people. Let me move my camera up on my YouTube, you guys, before I get to talking. Okay, that's bad. And hey, everybody. So I hope y'all's having a great weekend. I know y'all like, Keita, where have you been? Because I did not go. I went live yesterday morning. I guess I could give myself credit for that. I went live yesterday morning before I went to the grocery store. But I did not go over the new executive order, and I wanted to go over that with you guys. I realized, I don't know about you guys. I remember people's like, you need to get into all of that. You don't know what's going on? No, because I feel like it didn't concern me. Now I'm like, wait, this stuff really concerns everybody. Like, we all should know this stuff. But let me do something really quick, you guys. I want to make sure I share the post. Now, I can't be here too long. I can't go live for too long. I know I can't. But I want to go over student loans for sure. Student loans, that's like a big thing I really want to go over with you guys. And it's a real live video. Like, I'm really here, you guys. Like, I'm really here. I'm not going to replay this video. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them. This week, I got a lot of work done since my little one's been gone. So this week, I'm going to be able to go live more with you guys too. But I really want to make sure you guys are getting these videos, because you guys are now subscribed to my YouTube channel, and these videos are very, very useful. So I really want to make sure you guys are getting them. So let me see something really quick, you guys. But I want to go over student loans for sure. I want to go over unemployment. Unemployment is big, and everybody's getting everybody that was getting unemployment, they was getting $600. Now they didn't change the amount, so they didn't take it away. I know they talked about taking it away before. They didn't actually take it away. So now the new amount is $400. And then you're supposed to, the 25, the other $200, 25% of it's supposed to come from the state. But a lot of states, I heard, don't even have the money to do that. So I want to talk about what you guys should be doing right now in terms of, a lot of people have debt, and I see it when I look at everybody's credit reports. We're not talking about it. Like, seriously, a lot of people run up their credit cards, but we got to honestly figure out like what we're going to do about it. And not talking about it or not acting like the problem is not there is not going to make it better. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, make sure you drop them. I'm not going to be live for too long. I'm kind of really hot down here. If y'all guys see me sweating, but I'm not going to be going live for too long. I'll probably be live for like a good 20 minutes, but I want to just make sure I go over everything with everybody and see if you guys have any questions for me. So let me see something really quick. Let me finish sharing this. Now, I made a video earlier on student loans, and I know y'all not subscribed to my YouTube channel. I'm really angry about that. I'm really trying to build up my YouTube. I really want to build up my YouTube because I know video is very important, and I know that you guys need to watch these different videos instead of listening to music all the time. I can't tell you guys what to do, but you guys need to watch these different videos and figure out what to do, because I can tell the difference in clients that call me. They'll say, some clients ask me like, hey, Rickita, I have a credit card, and I don't know how much to spend on it. But then I got the client like, okay, Rickita, I listened to you. You told me I'd spend 5% of my credit card. I know that already. They listen to me, and now when they come to me, they prepare for the next step. If you don't watch the videos, I got to re-educate you on that while we're on the phone. And it's just like, man, you guys should have just really watched the videos, seriously. So I really want you guys to go to my YouTube channel and make sure you guys subscribe. And I'll make sure I drop that for you guys too. And if you're here on YouTube, thank you for being here on YouTube, watching me live. So let's get into everything. Now, like I said, the student loans right now, they are technically, you don't have any payments right now with student loans. You know, we were supposed to have, I said we because I still owe student loans too. we were supposed to have our payments coming in and at the end of September, but it's not going to happen anymore. They pushed it back. Well, I could say Donald Trump pushed it back as an executive order now. He pushed it back all the way to December 31st. But for some reason, I think he's going to end up pushing it back again. So I guess we'll see. Now, this is good for the people. I got a lot of people, you know, I can get the student loans removed from your credit reports, but it's good for those people that's in default right now. Like, if you're in default because you did not pay your student loans, this is really good for you. So this is really good for you because now you don't have to worry about having continuous late payments right now. Now, if you're the type that you was getting garnished, like a lot of people are getting garnished too. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. Listen to a lot of clients getting garnished from student loans right now. So if you're getting garnished for your student loans, you should not be, if you were getting garnished, you shouldn't be getting garnished since March. So that's really good. But just because you're not getting garnished anymore, I want you to call them and set up some type of agreement, because when all this is over, you're gonna feel really hurt when you got used to them not taking your money. Now they're gonna start taking your money again. You know how something hurts when it first happened, and then you just get used to it, and then you're like, okay, good, I can deal with it. But if it was to stop, you forgot like how much freedom you would have had. So like such, just like the unemployment's at 600, now it's going down to 400. But hopefully the state is supposed to give up 25% to pay the remaining, so you guys can still stay at the 600. But you guys are going to feel that for a while. You guys are going to really feel that. And the people that already don't get any more unemployment, then I'm pretty sure you feel that. The extra $600 that people's getting per week, a lot of times that was more than a lot of people's even making. So if that was you, then I really want to make sure that this time around you learn to, hey, I need to put some money to the side. I need to tuck some money away. And I was talking to my babe about that too. I was like, I hope y'all see me. I got shorts on under here. I'm relaxed, y'all. I don't even think you see me that close. This is Facebook. Let me scoot up some. But I was like, we really need to stack our money up right now. Like, seriously, like, we need to stack all of our money up. We don't need to spend money on anything that's crazy in terms of just buying stuff because we want to buy things. So make sure you guys keep that in mind if you're getting extra money from unemployment, or even if you're not paying your student loans right now, just stack that money away because you're not paying any interest either. So that's another thing too. Even though you don't have student loan payments, sometimes too, like if you have a deferment, you're still getting interest. Now this is different. You're not getting any interest at all. So right now, I want you guys to take advantage of that, because what's going to happen, and I'm just throwing it out there, it's a lot of companies going down. If you haven't seen it, a lot of companies is going down, which means a lot of jobs simply just not coming back. Whether Corona is here or not, like companies took a hit, and now it's hard for them to get back up or stand back up, whether y'all know it or not. So a lot of people that work a regular job, your job may not even be able to pick you back up, even if they're not in right now. They're not gonna be able to pick you back up. They're gonna be downsizing so much. I don't know if you guys remember like the big crash in 2007, 2008. So many people lost their house. So many people lost their jobs. Like, it was horrible. And you got to think about it. This is going to be worse because we was destined for a crash anyway. It's been 11 years now. When I say a crash, I mean everybody's supposed to lose their house in a way anyway, because the market is supposed to change to the point where the price of the house is going to drop so much, which you're going to see that pretty soon. And I want you guys, I put a video up of Zillow, and I didn't really go too in depth in it because I don't think you guys would totally understand it. But if you guys see it, look it up. Look at my YouTube. I didn't talk about this, but I was just showing you guys how I look at properties on Zillow. One of the properties we was looking at, it was worth $60,000 less a few months ago. Everybody's like buying. So I'm gonna pay extra $60,000 right now when I could have got it for $60,000 cheaper a few months ago. But you got to think about it. After everybody stop buying, the shock is going to be over. Kind of like how we had the Corona. You know, everybody went to the store, bought all this stuff, the end of the world, and then you realize I got all of this stuff. You probably still got a lot of paper towels and a lot of tissue right now, after everything is over with. So the price of homes right now is just going up and up and up. But what's going to happen when it's going to drop, you guys? And think about this too. If the demand is high, that means the interest rate should be going up. And when I say the interest rate should be going up, if everybody want to buy a house, there's no point of us dropping the interest rate. Our interest rate should go up. Our interest rates are so low right now because they know if the interest rates wasn't low, people would not buy. So they want everybody to keep buying. Now, when I bought my first property, I paid cash for my property. They wanted $13,000 for the property. It's a condo. Properties are really cheap here. You're like, what the heck? Where do you stay at, right? Three bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. I paid they wanted $13,000. I paid $8,000 for it. But you got to think about it. I didn't have a mortgage payment. I was paying $940 in rent at the time too. So I was like, I'm just tired of pushing out all this money. Like, I did not have a mortgage payment, so I was able to put all of my money into what I wanted to do. That's why I was able to help, feed the homeless. I was able to fix credit for free. I was able to do all these different things that got me to where I'm at now. And that's why I put that video up. Somebody was like, Rickita, stop scamming people. Like, one of the cheapest properties I paid for in Milwaukee was $1,700. Seriously, like, I'm not lying to you guys. It was $1,700. Look at the thing. I want you guys to look into tax foreclosures if you're thinking about buying. I know everybody want to buy a house, But I want you guys not to get fancy, knowing that, people that was once millionaires are now like, dude, what am I going to do for money? Because all their money is getting messed up. You guys don't see it right now. I can see it on everybody's credit reports. Like, seriously, it's rare that I see a client that didn't max out credit cards right now. Like, everybody technically got their credit cards maxed out. It's only a few that don't have their credit cards maxed out. Like, it's only a few people that's able to make it through what we're going through right now, and we ain't even seen them yet. You got people that's waiting on a stimulus check that's saying they're going to get kicked out of their house, and that's another thing too. He put the executive order in that they can't do evictions right now. He put that in for a reason, because people do not have money to pay their rent. People do not have the money to do what they need to do. So I want you guys to think about that. If you want to buy a property, look into tax foreclosures, look into any type of foreclosure. Try to get a nice discount on it. And then too, you need to move. But again too, I want you guys to not, I don't want to say be stupid, but I want you guys to think wisely, should I say. Like, think wisely. And I always tell you guys about that one client. She was trying to sell her house. She was selling it for 140,000. But you gotta think about it. As this is at the top, it's probably worth more now because everybody just spending too much. People spend a lot of money on properties. And I'm gonna be doing some showings this week. Let me know if you guys want me to show you guys me doing the showings, going to these different properties. And it's exciting, but I want you guys to understand too. Make sure you buy correctly. But it was $140,000. But if you look back in the past when we had the crash, she bought it for $25,000. The property dropped that much in value that she was able to buy it for $25,000. Now, years later, I was like, I could say about 5 or 6 years later. Now she's saying she want 140 for it, and she can vouch for it. That 140, she definitely can get it. But you got to think about it. When it crashed, you guys, wait till y'all see when it's gonna go down. Like, seriously, Trump just trying to get back in office, and I feel like I'm not educated to talk about this stuff in terms of who should be in office, this, and that. All I know is you need to make sure that you're saving for yourself, because when the market crash, like it's going to, and everybody realize nobody's getting any extra stimulus. You see, he not getting anybody any extra stimulus, but nobody's getting an extra $400. That $400 is a lifeline for people. That's $1,600 extra dollars per month for people. Can you imagine them taking that away? Like, seriously, it's going to go down. So I want you guys to make sure you're thinking and you're saving accordingly. And when I say save, like, when I bought my property too, I had the cash to buy it. Like, it's $8,000 in cash, but I had to use like credit cards and stuff to fix it up. Like, I didn't have any more money. Like, I spent all my money, you guys. So I want you guys to think about that too. Build up your credit right now. So if you have to lean on your credit card in terms of, oh my gosh, I'm gonna buy this house in cash and I'm gonna fix it up. And I'm pretty sure some cheap properties where you're at, or you can relocate to an area that's not too far away, that's like within 30 minutes of where you're at right now, that has cheap properties, hopefully, or cheaper properties. But buy that property cash, and then you think about, okay, I bought the property cash, but I'm going to fix it up with my credit cards, because that's a good option, you guys. Seriously, I want you guys to get in the mindset of, I don't want to have a mortgage payment. You go from rent to a mortgage. And when you have rent, nothing cheap in DC. Well, you're right. I give you that one. He said nothing is cheap in DC. I give him that one. But when you go from you paying rent, you know how you can just leave after a year. You got lease your leases for a year, or you go month to month to month. When you get that mortgage, you stuck for 30 years. Like, you can't just say, I'm gonna leave. And guess what? When the market dropped to the point where your house is not worth what it used to be worth, you're still stuck on the bill for what they gave you that loan for. Trust me, I know how crazy that's going to be. So I want you guys to understand that and start really saving and putting money to the side for that, honestly. And don't think too, you want to get the biggest house right now. Try to think conservatively. Now, let's get deep into these student loans, because student loans is a big problem that nobody wants to talk about. Everybody just want to act like it was free government money, which I always thought too. My mom always makes it seem like when you get anything from the government, it's like it's free. Like I would never have to pay student loans. Not like they said it, but just how they did everything, should I say. But right now, you don't have to make a student loan payment. But if your student loans are in default, you need to call them and figure out what you have to do to get out of default, which would be a rehabilitation. Like if you had late payments before these student loans came about, you need to figure out if you're going to be on some type of deferment or income driven repayment plan. Now, a lot of people don't know if you get any type of government assistance or if you below the poverty line, then you can do a $0 income driven repayment plan. That means that you'll have to pay $0 a month, and that counts as a payment. So I know if you do that for 20 years, I know it's not a lot of time, but if you do that for 20 years, then after the 20 years, you don't have to pay anything. So if you owe $100,000, that $100,000 is gone. And then too, they have the other ones too. I made a video earlier about student loans. I want you guys to check it out. So I made one about how to do basically the forgiveness for the student loans. So if you're a teacher, look into doing the forgiveness. Get on that payment plan, because after 10 years for the teachers, it's all gone. You don't have to worry about paying anything anymore. If you're disabled, I had a client that's disabled and he got all his student loans because I was helping him. He had a lot of late payments too. So I was helping him get the student loans deleted, but I was like, okay, I'm deleting your student loans, but you still owe them. You got like, do y'all understand it? You still owe them. Even if I get accounts deleted from your credit reports, you still owe on these accounts. So I got his student loans deleted from his credit reports, but since he was technically disabled, he turned on his paperwork and he was able to get those taken off in terms of he don't have to owe, he got the forgiveness. So I'm sorry, I'm reading that Instagram. He said, I want a property, but everything looked bad for us. Who is us? I'm just joking. I don't know. I don't know if you mean him and his wife, everybody in the United States. What's going on with that? But what does look bad too? Some people in situations like Rickita, I've been saving. Like I have $15,000 saved, or I have $20,000 saved. I have $50,000. A lot of people do have. I want to say a lot of. It's a select few. It's a few people that have money saved up, and it's good. And I'm like, okay, use that to make a power move. Now, I think let me know if y'all have any other. Oh yeah. I agree with you with finances. Yeah. That's true. But I think we're good with the student loans. Let me know if you guys have any other questions about the student loans. Don't forget, unemployment, $400 now. Hopefully your state is supposed to chip in to pay the remaining $200. So hopefully they're going to pay that money to get you back up to $600. But you saying you want me to talk about taxes? YouTube. Y'all probably like, what is she talking about? I always have like the different social medias where I can go live all at one time. But let me see what else I want to talk about. He didn't talk about getting another stimulus. He didn't talk about getting another stimulus check. But one thing that was talked about was if people was getting Social Security and they did not file taxes, they did not get that extra check for their children. So he's saying that they're going to be getting their check. So if that's and you didn't get that extra, I forgot how much it was, like $500, I believe, per child, then you're supposed to be getting that, and they're going to coordinate something with you so you could be able to get that, because they should be tracking that. But that's for the people that get Social Security. Social Security, if you don't make so much, you don't have to technically file taxes on it. So if you didn't file taxes to be able to claim them kids, then technically you did not get the extra money. Yeah, it was five. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, he said it was 500. No, man, I'm trying to remember about getting property. Yeah, property is high right now. Property is high. And I see a lot of people trying to like upscale everything. Like I really want to move out of state right now, but I'm just like, ooh, I really want to move out of state because I do not like. It's going to be winter here. I'm in Wisconsin. It's going to be winter here, and I need to go back to where I want to be, and I need to be warm. But at the same time, too, like let me get into my personal thing. So I plan to buy property down south. That's what I want to do. But I want to buy tax foreclosure. So in Tampa, Florida, I found a lot of properties, nice properties, you guys. But I found a lot of cheap, nice properties where, these properties like $13,000, $14,000, $20,000. I'm like, okay, this is cool because this is like a big house, nice yard, like, and then too, it's like I don't want to say it's like yes, because I'm in the city. I want to say it's country to me, should I say, but it's like a lot of area where it's not like you have a lot of neighbors, but it's like the perfect property for me. But since the corona, they don't want to do any tax foreclosures right now. Not saying that, don't forget tax foreclosures. When somebody don't pay their taxes on their house, they take their house and then the county or the city, they sell that property. Not saying I want people to get their house taken and they sell it to me, but I'm just like, man. So, and even on the list that I showed you guys in Milwaukee, that list is so deep down, should I say. Like, all the good properties not on there. And you see properties on there for $2,500, $5,000. They even had like a nice property on there, I think for like 10,000, 15,000, but it's not really worth it. I don't know. I like to have a steal when I get a property in a way. What is your advice about paying back estate taxes? What do you mean by what is my advice for paying back the state taxes? But I even looked at properties in like Vegas because I just went to Vegas and I was loving it out there and it's really nice and they haven't sold anything since December, you guys. So now when you want to get the cheap properties, they're not really selling them. You got to just find somebody, or you ever see like the wholesalers? I'm pretty sure you guys seen it, not knowing it, where it said we buy ugly houses or we buy your house in cash. You probably got to contact one of them like, hey, do y'all got some properties for cheap that I can get? You may have to call them and see what they have because, you know, that's probably going to be your best option. So when it comes down to the new construction, somebody said, is it best if they buy a new construction home or should they wait for the state to open up the tax foreclosures? Now, if you don't know, the crash happened before in 2007, 2008. The biggest problem was a lot of builders was building a lot of property that we couldn't even buy. A lot of people wouldn't even buy them. So they had a surplus of properties to the point where they took out loans. That's why they started giving people loans with stated income, where you didn't have to really, have income. You could just state what your income was. People had like 10, 15 properties in their name. Seriously, you guys have to watch like the movies. Maybe I'm just like nerdy on that. I like to watch history to know this is going to happen again. But a lot of those properties are overpriced. Like, one of my clients, they want to go look into like that new construction thing. So look at the video I'm going to be making later on this week. Them properties are nice. And even like the properties that's on Zillow too, that's in the area where it was a lot of new construction, but all those properties are overpriced right now. And yeah, they're gonna say. So the thing is, when I say it's overpriced, I look at the history of it in terms of, okay, 6 months ago, how much was it worth? Last year, how much was it worth? Oh wow, you bought this property for $60,000 cheaper, 2 years ago, and I look at that type of thing. So yeah, your appraiser is going to come out and say this property is worth it right now because the other homes in this area, like, let me go back because I don't think I'm explaining it. The value of your house is based off of what the other houses in the area are selling for. If everybody buying all these overpriced houses, the price is going to keep going up and up and up. So say if you're trying to buy a house in a certain area, if everybody's overpaying for all these properties, the value of your house is technically what it is, what everybody else is paying for it. Even if it just happened in terms of 3 months ago, it was $60,000, $70,000 cheaper. Right now, they're paying an extra $70,000, so they expect you to pay it, and they're going to say the house is worth it. So now you're getting there like, well, Rickita, it's not that it's overpriced. This is how much they're saying it's worth. No. Look at the past history. So if you think about getting some new construction, see how much it's going to cost for them to build it, and then compare it to what other people will pay for it. Like, I'm trying to figure out how you guys can look on Zillow. Look on Zillow and look at like the different prices of properties. Like, say if you see some new construction, go ahead and look at that new construction. Look at how much people pay for like the lots. A lot of times Zillow had how much they pay for the lots and then how much they probably pay or how much of a loan they may have right now, because that will let you know how much the houses were back then, even if it was only a few months ago. So think about it like that. I can't say wait on tax foreclosures. That's kind of what I'm gonna have to do. And another thing too, I bought my first house at 23. I'm 28 now. I just cannot see myself renting nobody's house. Like, seriously, I don't know. So I just feel like, I don't want to say I'm stuck, but I got to figure out something. That's why I said too, I know everybody want a fancy house. Wait till the market crash. When the market crash, have your credit together. Like, seriously, have your credit together, and then you buy. When the market crash, because when the market crash, they gonna say they gonna need a not a 600. Right now they saying they need a 620 credit score. 620, 630, but at first they was taking a 580. They like, no, we need a 620, but it hasn't like crashed. So when it crashed, they're gonna say they need like a 720, 740. But when it crashed, make sure your credit is together so you can go and get that house that's now going to be half price now, because everybody's going to have to sell. And I've been seeing, even last year and the year before, I see a lot of people losing their homes in terms of pre-foreclosure. They're about to go into foreclosure, so they hurry and try to sell their house. So it's only best thing that's going to happen. So I just want you guys, like, if you're going to buy something like a new construction, maybe this is like a really long answer, but if you're going to buy something like like a new construction, make sure you get all your credit together now, so when it crashes and the value of the homes go down and now everybody sell a house for you for cheap, then you'll be able to get it now on your credit. And don't forget too, a lot of times, right, before you was able to do like a no money down loan with a 620 credit score, but you got to think about it, when a market crash, you'll be able to do something like a no money down USDA or a WIDA loan. And don't forget it, I'm a realtor. I don't do the mortgage part. I'm the one that show you the house, they help you do all the paperwork. That's what I do. But when you go and get one of those no money down loans, you'll be better off, especially knowing that you waited till the market actually crashed. Now, way too, like right now, just imagine if we had to pay student loans right now. A lot of people are already having problems with that. Just imagine if they're not getting this extra unemployment. After the election, it's going to go down, because guess what? Whether Trump is going to be there or not, whoever's in there, they're kind of like stuck. So whatever they want to do is what they got to do. And everybody is dependent on the government. And I think that it's crazy. I looked at the comments. A lot of people are like, they need to give us another check. And I'm just thinking, like, I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning yesterday grinding, working to make sure that I do what I have to do so I can be able to work. But a lot of people are waiting on handouts. So when them handouts stop to the point where you're not getting free money, everybody's going to be trying to scramble, trying to figure it out. Everybody going to want to sell. But the only thing is, when it's a lot of people trying to sell their properties, the value go down. The value, when everybody's trying to sell their properties, the value go down, because you can pick and choose who you want to go with, and people just want to take anything at that point. So long story short, fix your credit right now. Make sure y'all have everything in order. Keep your balance low on your credit cards. And then when it's time to make that move, you're able to make that move, because everybody else probably done jacked up their credit by that time. Oh my gosh, y'all, my hair is really sweating out down here. But everybody done probably jacked up their credit by that time, and they're not able to really do anything. They can't even, a lot of people, they want to refinance their house, but when the crash happened, their house is going to be worth less than what they owe. You can't refinance a house like that. So if somebody was to want to refinance, I would suggest you do it right now while the rates is really low and you can have a lower mortgage payment. So say if you already have a mortgage, refinance right now while the rates are really low, so you can ride the crash on now. So say if your house is $200,000, $300,000, and it crashed, and now your house that was once $200,000 go down to $125,000. It doesn't matter, because you're not planning on selling. Your house price is going to end up going back up after the market go back up, even if it take 7, 8 years. You're not planning on leaving, but now you got that low rate, because now your mortgage is lower too. You able to ride that crash out. I'm tired of renting. I'm trying to be patient. Use the steps to raise my credit to get it right now. Is it best? I can't tell you when it's best to wait. I'm personally, all I can say is I'm waiting. I want to buy some more properties too. And I want to buy some more rental properties too. But I don't know what to tell you. I just want you to understand that prices right now is overpriced. If you're willing to just say you got a house, a lot of people, if you want to just say, oh, I got a house, yay, and then you want to be like, dang, my house is $50,000 less than what I just paid for, a few months ago, because the price is, the price of the house is dropped, or the value of the house is dropped, then that's something to think about. And I was with my daughter, she got to do hand therapy. She got like a hand burn. She was a baby, so she got to do hand therapy. And she said that her and her fiance is waiting 2 years to buy a property, because people are paying $20,000 over the asking price right now. They've been doing it for the last 2 years. I said, I know. And I told her, think about how much money you save just by waiting. Wait till the market crash, you're gonna realize how much you save. Because that $20,000, if you would have overpaid, it wouldn't have made any difference. You might as well just stay where you was at with renting, honestly. But I understand too, like, I want to get out. Like I really want to leave this house and I want to go into some warmer weather. So I definitely understand, but you got to just make sure that you make the right moves. Because don't forget, when you have a mortgage in your name, you have that mortgage in your name. It's not like a rental property. A rental property, you can just leave and go to the next one, find the next cheap thing. When you have your mortgage and that's your mortgage, then that's what you're stuck with, unless you're going to sell it. But don't forget, if the market crash and you overpaid for it, nobody wants to buy it. At least not what you need them to buy that, because you got a mortgage on it. You can't just sell it for anything. So it's 4:23 where I'm at. I gotta go get my little ones. I swear I want them to just stay with their dad for one more day. I was thinking stay because I feel like I got so much work done, you guys, and I made a lot of videos. I know y'all probably like, Rickita, all these videos, but I hope you guys found my videos useful, especially like the digit. I suggest everybody get the digit, and I'm gonna make sure I drop my link for you guys. Well, I think I can only drop it on Facebook, and I can only drop it on YouTube. I can't drop it for Instagram, but with digit, I saved $760 in 1 month, and it was an accident too, you guys. So I signed up for digit. Digit takes the money out of your banking account. Okay, cool, take it out. But the thing is, I wasn't on top of it as in terms of monitoring it. And I only check my bank account a lot of times just once a month, because that I'm the type that just be in there all day, like, okay, just looking too much. I was like, okay, I'm gonna calm down, checking my bank so much. But then I got an email from Digit, and they like, congratulations, in your first 30 days, you can save $760. And I'm like, how? Where you guys take my money? What did you do with it? Like, where is it at? So I suggest everybody they sign up for the Digit. And when I say sign up for the digit, they're going to take the money out, but you can say how much you want them to take out, even if it's only like $1. You can say, hey, take the maximum of $1 out per month, or you can say, take. I think my max is like $100. I'll take a maximum of $100. You don't feel it, like, seriously. And right now is the best time for you to stash money away. So this is like a good way for them to take the money, especially if you're the type that don't like to put that money to the side. This is like a good way for them to take that money and you don't feel it. Now, let me drop the link for my YouTube if y'all not subscribed. And even if y'all on YouTube, I realized too, they said 74% of the people that watch my video on YouTube is not even subscribed. Like, what are y'all lurking for? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all. I'm trying to get my YouTube numbers up. And the only thing is, with the YouTube, is even if I'm making videos for you guys, if I don't have many subscribers, YouTube ain't gonna take me fully. They're not gonna take me all the way serious. And like, if you see on Facebook, I got 60,000 people there, but that don't mean anything on YouTube. They don't care about that. And I think YouTube is way better than Facebook in terms of targeting people and actually getting to people and helping people. So y'all go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube. I definitely just dropped it for y'all. And I'm gonna make sure I go live for you guys 2 times tomorrow, in morning and probably like late at night. Now, when I go live with you guys tomorrow, I want to have phone calls where we talk about y'all problems. Like, call me. Let's go through all y'all business. They can just hear y'all voice. You ain't got to tell me who you is. But I want to do that. Do y'all think that would be exciting, where somebody will say all their business and we like, ooh. And then I come up with a solution. That way, if y'all have that same problem, y'all already know what y'all have to do. So that's something I really want to do with you guys all next week. I got a lot of work done this weekend, like a lot of work. So only thing I got to do is just do our signups that we're going to have this week and do all our calls and work on getting the items deleted, but that's it. So I have a lot of time to go live with you guys. Like, I may spend like 3 or 4 hours just live with you guys and doing calls right over the phone, where you guys can call me and ask any question that you have. But don't forget, my phone number is 833 Rickita. Yes, I was able to buy my name. I was so happy. I couldn't get 1-800 or 18 or not 188, but the 888 or 877. I can get the 833. Don't forget, it's 833 Rickita. But that's our phone number, so you guys can call or text me anytime. Over the weekend, it's going to go straight to like a voicemail system, but leave us a voicemail, because on Monday we hit the ground running. We don't have, I don't have the adequate staff to have somebody on the weekends, honestly, but hopefully we'll be able to have that soon. And like I said too, I want to show you guys, I have to go and paint one of my rental properties this weekend. So I want you guys to come over with me to go do that so I can tell you guys about that. That's one of the properties I paid like $5,000 for. It was a little bit on more than five, like $5,700, I think. I paid like $5,700 for that rental property. But I want you guys to come along with that. So come along with me to go do that. Let me know if that's something that you guys even interested in. I'm like, Rickita, go do that by yourself. Like, we don't want to see it. But let me know if that's something that you guys are interested in. And then too, I have showings this week too. So I want to take you guys on the showings with me so you can see like the different properties that everybody is seeing. And then too, I want to give y'all real numbers on some of these properties too. I want to dig deep on these numbers so you guys can find out, do y'all want to wait or do you guys want to just take the risk and, you know, it is what it is because y'all really want to just say y'all homeowners. But talk to you guys later. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm not playing with you guys. But seriously, subscribe to my YouTube channel and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And if you guys, I know YouTube is like the last one up right now. Make sure you guys are subscribed because I realize you guys, like I said, 74%. They said 74% of the people that watch my YouTube, they're not even subscribed. Like, subscribe to my channel. No, seriously, subscribe to my channel and let me know what videos you guys want to see. I have the shopping cart trick out right now, you guys. The biggest thing I did this weekend, I see a lot of people having great success with the shopping cart trick. Definitely let me know what you guys are getting approved for, and let me know if y'all have any questions because I'm always here for you guys. And I plan to really pop out a lot of videos, and I want to make sure that you guys have the basics in terms of credit. So I want to make sure I target the people that just want to get to that 750 mark. All the extra, like, hey, I want to have this credit card, that big, you want to do some big business stuff. I realize it's not my passion. So even though I know part of the biz, you can ask me those questions, but I want to make sure I target those people that want to get like to the 750, the ones that don't have anything, they want to start somewhere. That's really my main target. The people that's trying to buy their first home, not the person that's like me, like, oh, I want my sixth one. So let me know if you guys have any questions and I'll answer them. See you guys later.